재수없어, 기생수 새끼. 기생수가 뭔데? 어? 뭔데? 기생수가 뭐야?
In episode 1 of All of Our Dead, Na-Yeon and Na-Yeon come out of the luxury apartments to go to school. They definitely have rich parents. This apartment has unusual look in South Korea. A 4-story building with a Western design and fountain in the middle of the yard. It means this is a very expensive and great apartment. A typical apartment here is roughly designed like a box with 10 to 20 floors. In the next scene, Kyung-soo and his friends jump over the fence. The reason they go through this apartment might be a shortcut to go to school. You can see the sign, which says, residents only. Students of subsidized housing stay away. The janitor yells at them, you live in the rental apartments. That's because he wants them to go around the building, not take the shortcut. Look at the sign again. It says, students of subsidized housing are refused entry to this apartment. Say something about students of subsidized housing. In South Korea, there are many different kinds of rental properties that the government provides for the elderly living alone, people with low incomes, people of national merit, and multicultural families. Those houses are offered for a low price compared to other apartments. It is like Section 8 housing in the US, but the facility is not that good and the size is around 300 square feet to 500 square feet. This size is almost a studio size here. Kyung-soo must live in this kind of housing. However, if you live in a rental house, all of your neighbors know where you live and who you are. He is marked as a needy person. Even elementary students make fun of people who live there and some parents keep their children away from them. Other neighbors worry about the price of their houses because of rental properties. They believe that the price of their houses will only increase when nicer apartments are grouped together. So these small houses might have a bad effect on their property value. The sign means that it's not only the poor coming through that bothers the occupants, but also poor people shouldn't be allowed to live near them. If you watch Parasite, you can better understand the gap between rich and poor in South Korea. The meaning of wealthy is literally being a parasite. This scene is where many people start to hate Na-Yeon. Because Na-Yeon called Kyung-soo wealthy. The teacher asks what's a wealthy. The subtitles say, what is a wealthy? A person on welfare. Everyone now knows that he is underprivileged and that the government supports him. But Na-Yeon's intention is to treat him like a welfare parasite. She says, Ki sang-soo, which is actually the Japanese word parasite in Korean. The story behind the anime Parasite is aliens essentially have become parasitic to people. They can't live without a host. That's why Na-Yeon uses that word to insult him. She thinks he is parasitic to the government. In this movie, Na-Yeon is a villain and she is symbolically representing the rich who treat people living in poverty very badly. To be honest, it's interesting that there is only one person in this class who discriminates against him for being poor. I think if that situation was real, more students would look down on him. It's the similar to people who give dirty looks to people who use food stamps at the grocery store in the US. Do you guys think that Kyung-soo is a parasite? He lives with his grandmother and he is just a high school student. I don't think that's what he wants. Na-Yeon was born into money luckily, but he was not. Some people say, poverty is the mother of crime. Wealthy people want lower class people to live together in the same area, hate getting along with them, and even avoid them like the plague, much like a zombie virus. Upper class people looking down on lower class people as if they were a sickness is ridiculous. However, zombies don't recognize that they are discriminated against. On the other hand, what about people? Which one scares you more, people like a Na-Yeon or zombies? If you have any questions about K-drama or K-culture, let me know with a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, have a nice day.